went to Montana, y'all.
Here's how it felt visiting Billings, Montana as a black traveler.
For the fourth and final stop, a part of our TWB Across America road trip series, we hit up the state of Montana's most populous city, Billings.
Yes, Montana is a huge state, and its beautiful blue sky looks even bigger, living up to the state's nickname. But Billings, oh Billings. Unfortunately, the city somewhat struggled in living up to our expectation of having fun.
To visitors, the city boasts about its history, its amazing access to the outdoors, and its vibrant craft beer scene. So we picked 3 activities that each aligned to one of those suggestions. And, well, there was some good and bad.
First up was the history. So we hit up the Western Heritage Center Museum. The museum was actually really cool, but one of the awesome traveling exhibits was sort of heavy, so we didn't leave in the highest of spirits.
Looking to raise them, we decided to turn to spirits and beer by taking part in the next activity, the Billings Brew Trail, that takes visitors to 9 breweries, 3 distilleries, a cider mill, and a winery. While it was great that we got to meet a local distiller with a Seattle connection, the tour overall seemed more like a gimmick than an experience.
Finally, for the outdoors, an activity that normally has no bad aspects, we hit up the Zimmerman Trail in Zimmerman Park. Yes, this was a great experience because it's always nice to get outside in nature. Plus, the surrounding views of the landscape was spectacular. The only negative was it wasn't Yellowstone, which is at least 2.5-hour drive away.
Yes, being honest, for us, it seemed that fun was a little hard to come by, and we even tried hitting up one of the many casinos that are all around the city. But how did it feel as a black traveler visiting? Unfortunately, Billings also struggled being held up against our comfort scale.
But let's start with the positives. We actually saw a lot more other black people than we expected, so both points there. But the expectations were so low because the black population within the city is less than 1%, so no points there.
As for visibility and inclusion, we did give a point for seeing a lot of Native American history incorporated within the city's history, but 0 for prevalence of black history since that wasn't visible at all. And this is a shame because the state of Montana has a rich history of black pioneers.
Finally, for our overall feeling during our visit, we have to say that during our time in Billings, we noticed that our radar was up a lot more walking into places. Even though we didn't have any bad encounters, still the vibe around the city did feel somewhat cold.
But thanks to our experience in nature, we are giving 1 point because, as we say, nature loves black people. After tallying up all the scores, the math comes out to a grade that accurately reflects our feelings about the experience overall. We give Billings a 4 out of 10 for our comfortability for black people rating.